Hello beautiful people, welcome to this new series where we're going to speak about the mind, the good, the bad and the ego. In this first episode we're going to look at what is good about the mind and how to feed the good. When we speak about the mind and when we speak about what is good about the mind, the first step is to define that. And here we're talking about all the work that the mind can do that is in the bad process, that is behind the curtains. It's everything that is part of your subconscious, that is part of what drives you to do certain things, to enjoy certain activities, to be creative, to go to the museum, to like certain music. Here we're going to look at that and what you can do to actually help your brain and help yourself grow and be better and maybe enjoy life a bit more. We don't necessarily think about it that way, but our minds, our brain, they have needs. And we need to fill those needs in order to be able to be happy. The needs of the brain and the mind is different for everyone. And it depends on a lot of factors. Here we're going to talk a lot about creativity. There is two aspects to it. There is being creative by doing something and being creative by absorbing something. What I mean by that is that you can be creative in all the ways that you know and you can think of, which is, painting, cooking, music. It's the act of creating something out of your mind based on what you want to do and what you like. The other aspect of it is also to feed your mind with elements. So when you're able to do things, when you are creative yourself, it's easy to feed your mind. But when you're not creative, let's say you're not good at doing those kinds of things, then often you may enjoy reading a book, going to a museum, listening to music. And I'm not talking about having music in the background, I'm actually talking about listening to music. Those can feed your brain on the creative aspect. And this is important to recognize that. To be able to feed your brain, to understand that, means that you can have a mind and a brain that works properly and that is happy. That will help you in a lot of things. It can be very beneficial for you to figure out what kind of craft you would want to do, what kind of music you enjoy, and to take a bit of time to actually spend on that. It's going to be good for your mind, it's going to be good for you in general. You're going to be able to grow and maybe to learn something new. Never underestimate your mind and your brain. They allow you to think, to analyze, to crunch numbers, to figure things out. For them to work well, they need to be well fed. As much as we talk about food, actual food, as we talk about creativity and activities. They will help you to go through life, to resolve hard situations in a way that will be less complicated for you. They will help you resolve a lot of things a lot more easily if they are well fed. Just like a runner will run further if they have a good diet and access to water while they're running. Having your mind in a good place and being able to rely on this activity to recharge is an important aspect of a healthy mind. Your brain adapts and changes almost immediately based on your mind. When you have a positive thought or positive experience, your brain will react to that. Same thing when it is negative. By feeding positive reinforcement to your brain, by doing things that are good for your mind and your soul, you're really helping your entire body move forward, which is very important. What can you do to feed that? Well, it's what we've been talking about. It's doing those activities that will bring you some form of joy, that will feed your brain in a creative aspect, whether you're the creator or enjoying someone else's creation. It can be as simple as going outside and looking at the trees and enjoying the scenery. Something where you take in information or scenery or the smells, something that engages you in a positive way. By doing this, you'll be able to make yourself feel better and have your brain function a lot better when you need it the most. The different tools that I also teach, just like meditation, also help the mind. And you can find brain exercise online to actually train your memory and different aspects of it that can be very helpful to you. Take care of your mind, it will take care of your brain, which takes care of you. So when we speak about brain exercise, It is problem solving. It can be something like chess, Sudoku, puzzle, anything that helps stimulate your brain and that you also enjoy. This is part of being creative. It's all those kinds of activity that will help a lot. Next week, we're going to look at the challenges of the mind where you're not in control of it and what you can do to regain that control. See you next Wednesday.